instruction exercise is called to order. Can we please observe a minute of silent prayers in our respective way? Amen, amen. May the Almighty Allah accept our prayers. Good morning, the Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, representative of the Honorable Minister of Interior, the National Security Advisor, Chairman, Delegate Board of Governors, board members here present, representative of service chiefs, members of the diplomatic and consular corps here present, heads of representative of the Solicitor General, staff, senior staff of the agency, members of the press, all protocol respectfully and humbly observed. We have gathered here today for yet another very important program as part of programs or activities of the agency. Usually when we seize drugs, people are particularly concerned about the outcome of these cases, but most particularly what happens to the drugs that are seized. So therefore, the program that we are witnessing today is one such important program in our value chain where we give publicity to that because it is a legal requirement as provided for in the Drug Control Act, but at the same time is part of strategic initiatives aiming at supporting transparency and accountability. On that note, as we have gathered here today, I'll take this opportunity now to call on the chairman, Delegate Board I'll call on the Director General to deliver a statement on this auspicious occasion. DG, sir.
Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, representative of the Minister of Interior, Permanent Secretary Tangara, National Security Advisor of the ONS, representative of service chiefs of this country, members of the diplomatic and consular corps, heads of government departments and institutions, the league board members, senior staff and staff of the league, members of the media, and all existing protocol respectfully observed. I'm deeply honored to preside over this year's drug destruction exercise as part of the event marking the commemoration of International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, commonly known as World Drug Day. But first of all, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for blessing us this morning. And I would also like to extend my profound appreciation to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Mr. Adam Barrow, for appointing me 4 months ago as Director General of this noble institution. I and my team are taking up the challenge, and by Allah's will, we will measure up to the expectation of His Excellency and to that of the Gambian people. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the activity we are in today is an annual exercise. It is part of events marking the commemoration of the International Day Against Illicit Drug Abuse and Trafficking. That is observed every year. Last June, precisely June 26, it joined the global anti-narcotic community in celebrating the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Drug Trafficking The theme for this year's commemoration, ladies and gentlemen, is "The evidence is clear. Invest in prevention." Among all the themes, this year's theme SQ members to do the following. 1. Promote evidence-based policy making by advocating evidence-based policy making at national and international levels, thereby ensuring that drug policies are informed by best practices and grounded on scientific research. 2. Advocate for investment in drug prevention by amplifying the call for greater investment in prevention initiatives. 3. Raise awareness so that there will be increased public understanding of the effectiveness and evidence-based prevention strategies by emphasizing the impact of scientific, evidence-based programs and mitigating the harms of substance use disorders. 4. Engage and empower communities so that they can actively participate in design and implementation of effective drug prevention programs and activities by empowering them to take ownership of prevention efforts. Empower youth by providing them with essential knowledge and skills so that they can become agents of change who advocate for drug prevention initiatives by amplifying their voices in the conversation on dangers and harms of illicit drug trafficking and abuse. Facilitate dialogue and collaboration between stakeholders to enhance prevention strategies and policies and create a supportive environment for knowledge, sharing, and innovation. And finally, promote international cooperation by fostering collaboration among governments, organizations, committees for development, and the implementation of strategies for combating drug trafficking and organized crime. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, every day, the elite sees large quantities of drugs of various types and makes painstaking measures to process these drugs and process accused persons associated with them. The annual exercise is aimed at demonstrating, as the PRO says just a few minutes ago, demonstrating public confidence and accountability as well as transparency in the handling of drugs from the point of arrest to the point of destruction. The elite management at all times has instituted robust and highly secured mechanism of custody of chain of all the drugs that we confiscate from traffickers and abusers in town. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, fighting drugs is indeed a daunting challenge and persistent phenomenon that no nation can comfortably boast of being able to eradicate totally. However, with the support and active participation of everyone, we can make giant strides in the crusade on drugs and indeed make Gambia unattractive to people who want to take advantage of who we are. The agency's strategic response aimed at countering drug problems in the country have over the years paid dividends and yielded positive results from the time of my predecessor to now. We have succeeded in just disrupting illicit drug flow, trafficking and dealing in prohibited drugs by intercepting significant quantities of drugs of various shapes and types. Equally, ladies and gentlemen, we have succeeded in dismantling several trafficking syndicates who are hell-bent on polluting our environment and making these drugs attractive to our youth. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, drug seizures have been shooting up in this country and in the sub-region. But these seizures have been made possible by the gallantry of our men and women who are always on their toes in the execution of their duties. And my team will not allow the momentum we have picked up 4 months ago to be able to consolidate, to sustain the gains of the past and consolidate hope for the future. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this morning we shall be destroying the foreign quantities of drugs here. And these are not the drugs we have in our stores. These are just the drugs that we have successfully processed and prosecuted in the different courts in this country. We have has 2 or 3 times more than what we have here in our stores, going through the normal process of prosecution. But this morning, we shall be destroying the following quantities. Cannabis sativa, we have 2 tons, 18 kilograms, 60 grams. Cannabis resin, also known as hashish, we have 42 kilograms, 974 grams, and 785 milligrams. Skunk cannabis, 400 grams. Kush, 400 grams. Cocaine, 117 kilograms, 600 grams, 37 milligrams, which equates to 104 blocks of cocaine. And ecstasies, which has taken a big uptick over the past few months, we are destroying 3,505. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, as an institution, DIRIC has always prioritized the implementation of a balanced approach in solving the problem of drugs in this country. As a result, our strategic initiatives have not always been primarily focused on supply suppression, that is arrest, interdiction, and prosecution and interdiction. We are also engaged in preventive demand reduction programs and activities aimed at sensitizing the public and fostering public support in the crusade against drugs. That way, we aim to foster public support and confidence with a view to bringing the fight against drugs to the doorstep of Gambian community. And owing to our commitment on prioritization of drug demand reduction, management is with the view of upgrading the drug demand reduction media and advocacy unit to a directorate as a strategic effort to respond to the demand reduction in this country. This practice is consistent with the modus operandi of all other drug enforcement entities in our sub-region and in the world. Similarly, it supports and strengthens our integration of drug demand reduction into our initiative for strategic supply reduction. And in the same vein, it enhances our international cooperation programs and also helps us to domesticate the United Nations Special Session on Drugs 2016 recommendations aimed at addressing and countering the world problems on drugs. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, but today is not only a day of destruction, it is a day of celebration of the work we do at DILIC and the partnership we have with a cross-section of society, Gambian society. I would like to register first our profound gratitude to our parent ministry, the Ministry of Interior, for the support they have always rendered to us in this day of celebration. Both the Minister, Honorable Minister, and his Permanent Secretary have never been tired of our unending calls and correspondences, and are always there for us to make sure we are sorted. DILIC also continues to enjoy the support of the National Security Office under the stewardship of the National Security Advisor and of course the Office of the Chief of Staff. They have always laid their resources for us, for which we say a very big thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also take this opportunity to thank our board, the Board of Governors of DILIC, under the stewardship of our able chairman, Dr. Sam Fall. Since I took over 4 months ago, the support they have been rendering to me have far exceeded my expectation, for which I say thank you very much, Chairman. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, we would not have been here without the gallantry of my beloved officers of DILIC. At this juncture, let me celebrate my management for the support they rendered to me, from my deputy, to my line directors, and to my very, very able commissioners. And then to our men on the ground. They have shown unwavering support and commitment, dedication and selfless service to this agency and by extension to this country. Please, in return, dear staff, we assure of the board and management continuous support to your welfare. We will prioritize your welfare so that you will be able to execute your mandate to the fullest. Nonetheless, the agency still remains firm in its stance against all forms of substandard behavior and practices. To that end, I would like to enjoin on you to always maintain high professionalism in the manner you deal with the Gambian people for whom you are here for. distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in the spirit of the security sector reforms, DILI continues to enjoy deep support and cooperation from other sisters armed and security services. My fellow service chiefs are just a telephone call away from action. And they always have shown that we are together in this crusade. Because together, we all know the common enemy is one. That anybody who wants to destabilize the peace and tranquility of this country, if you are an enemy to DILI, you are an enemy to immigration, you are an enemy to the SIs, to the police, to anybody else. They realize that, and they have opened their doors to me, they have placed their resources at our disposal, and we are in this together. So I thank all my service chiefs and the people under their jurisdiction. I would also like to thank the Attorney General's Chambers and the Judiciary, as well as our very able National Assembly, who are always there for giving us support and guidance that we require in the execution of our mandate. To our development partners, home and abroad, DILI appreciates and celebrates your commitment to our cause. We appreciate the support of the National Crime Agency of the United Kingdom for their cooperation and the way they have enhanced this cooperation. DILI management also acknowledges this immense support of the UNODC in boosting our capacities and providing us material and equipment for administrative, technical, and operational capabilities. We are also grateful for the UNODC for the aircraft project at the Banjul International Airport, which we have been able to enhance to facilitate our interdiction and also facilitate our cooperation with other partner anti-narcotic institutions in the countering maritime illicit trafficking around our seas. And then to the British High Commission, the Turkish Embassy in the Gambia, and the Turkish Narcotic Board, the U.S. Embassy here in the Gambia, with the DA office, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, Nigeria, and Ghana, and of course the Dutch police force in Rabat, Morocco. We thank you all for your support and for helping us attain our goal of making this country a drug-free nation. DILI has always also enjoyed good partnership with members of the Gambian community for whom we are here for, including ward development committees, village development committees, alcalos, mayors, women groups, schools, colleges, youth and opinion leaders, all other relevant stakeholders who realize that this war on drugs is not only ours, but it's as well as theirs. And they have been involved in our programs and are always there for us whenever we need them. We believe that our initiative in collaborating with this institution, local for that matter, will go a long way in enhancing our job here. I would also like to thank the management of the Central Medical Stores where we do our analysis. They have availed us a place for our lab so that we can, whatever we do here, if we cannot analyze our drugs, nothing will proceed. And they have made our labs available. They have made a place available for us for our labs, and we thank them for that. And they've been doing that for the last 15 years. Hopefully we will graduate very soon to our own lab, but in the meantime we still want to thank them for their kind gesture. And to all of you members of the media as well, we want to thank you. We know we cannot do this alone, and that's why you are here. We have also known your commitment. During my onboarding, my predecessor has availed me a detailed account of how you've been working with him. And I would like us to continue in that scenario, so that together we can get the Gambian people well informed about the dangers caused by drugs, and we can involve them in the fight. That's the way we can involve them in the fight against drugs. And to every person and institution that is here that have not been able to mention, avoidably so, I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank you for being here, and to assure you that we will work with you. We will work with every cross-section of Gambian society to make our nation a drug-free nation. As very hard and accurate it is, we believe with the team I have, with the support from other sister services, the war on drugs can be won. I want to thank you for your attention. Welcome.
Thank you very much, DG. I believe the DG statement highlighted some very, very important issues. But to the staff, Actually, the DG celebrated and commended you. That this celebration will not have been possible without you. But to me, I don't think that you yourself recognized and appreciated that, because the response to me was very reserved. Can we do it better? Yes. Can we give a better round of applause to celebrate ourselves? You have to first of all celebrate yourself before somebody else celebrates you. Is that also? Yes, so on that note, I think we will deviate a bit from the agenda and ask Fatih to lead us in at least a minute of entertainment. Just check it a bit. Do that for us, my brother. It is your day. You have to take ownership. It is you who slept in the bush. It is you who were stolen. It is you who were run after. So if we are celebrating, let's use this opportunity. Just a minute. A PRO will never forget his work. You want to come over? Chorwell! Chorwell! Naskafe muro boda yendulubung. Naskafe muro boda yendulubung. Naskafe muro boda yendulubung. Naskafe muro boda yendulubung. Thank you so much, DG. We are happy. Thank you so much to DG and management. Thank you very much. And I also believe the DG has appreciated the support of the National Assembly and the presence and the attendance of the Speaker himself. Being here today as early as 9:30, we believe is highly commendable, celebrated and lauded. Can we give a big round of applause to that? To the office of the National Security Council Services and the National Security Advisor. Can we also give him a very big round of applause? To our parent ministry. The DG gave a commendation to them. Can we give them a round of applause? We will do it because we are supposed to do it. So now we'll do it effectively and efficiently. To our fellow services, especially the service chiefs. An example is the mission in Kanilai. A call within a second, their vehicles and their men are available to support and give you the necessary backup. Can we give them a round of applause? To the members of the diplomatic and consular corps, the war on drugs cannot be won, fought by any single institution and win it. It requires concerted effort. The DG has highlighted and reiterated, we are not only going after drugs to arrest people, to the public. We don't just want to arrest you, but we are highly engaged in preventive drug demand reduction. And as a result, this is why the DDR unit is being upgraded to a directorate and a director is appointed. So can we give a big round of applause to that appointment? But at the same time, all other partners, whether you are mentioned, you are not mentioned, you are highly valued and recognized. But most importantly, that to whom much is given, much is expected. Drugs is very lucrative and is highly tempting. That a warning goes that we must maintain a very high sense of professionalism. On that note, I'll take this occasion to call on the chairman, the League Board of Governors, to deliver a statement. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, the Honorable Secretary Ministry of the Interior, representing the Honorable Minister, the National Security Advisor, representative of service chiefs, members of the diplomatic and consular corps, representative of the Solicitor General, heads of government departments and institutions, members of the League Board of Governors, staff of the League, members of the media, and all other protocols respectfully and duly observed. It is with deep honor and appreciation that I deliver this statement as chairman of the League Board of Governors on the occasion of the first public instruction exercise being conducted during my tenure as chairman. Let me first take this opportunity to congratulate, commend, and celebrate my predecessor, Barrister Keiso, and former DG of DIREC, Mr. Alhaji Natari Kasama, for their good work and tremendous efforts in transforming the agency to one of the most vibrant and result-oriented anti-drug institutions in the nation. I would also like to register the profound appreciation of the Board of Governors for the great manner the new Director General, Demba Cisse, has taken the helm of the agency since taking over last July. The newly appointed Director General, Mr. Cisse, is not a stranger to the staff of DIREC. He was part of the team that initiated the transformation of the genesis of this agency way back in 2010. As such, I am certain that he will continue from where Mr. Kasama stopped and raise the agency's flag to higher heights. Over the past several years, the agency developed and implemented strategic initiatives that contributed immensely in boosting the administrative, operational, and technical capabilities of DIREC for the fulfillment of its mandate and attainment of the agency's organizational goals. Today, DIREC can proudly boast of having highly qualified and competent staff, including graduates and specialists, who were fully funded by the agency to undertake undergraduate and postgraduate programs in different fields of law enforcement. Equally, DIREC management has initiated attractive remuneration packages and incentives for staff to boost morals with a view to keeping standards high. Therefore, there has been a significant improvement in the working conditions and general welfare of staff of DIREC. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would therefore like to take this opportunity to thank, commend, and celebrate the hard-working men and women of this agency for their commitment and dedication to duty. On a daily basis, the men and women of this institution put their lives on the line to ensure that the Gambia remains a hostile and unattractive territory for illicit drug traffickers. Over the years, our operatives have been able to detect sophisticated concealment methods employed by traffickers to smuggle their illicit products. They have been waging relentless efforts to curb drug abuse in our neighborhoods and communities. It is for this reason that we at DIREC always honor their sacrifice and selfless service to our beloved nation. Distinguished private guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me state in very strong terms that DIREC continues to enjoy strong support and cooperation from other sister armed and security agencies in the country, as highlighted by the Director General. I therefore want to take this opportunity to wholeheartedly thank the service chiefs and their gallant men and women for complementing DIREC's efforts in keeping the Gambia safe and secure from the harmful effects of drugs. The board recognizes their immense contributions and have asked me to thank them heartily for being there for DIREC at all times. As a board, we remain committed to our common goals and vision of positioning DIREC as a leading anti-narcotic institution across the sub-region. To that effect, as chair of the Board of Governors, I can assure you that we will leave no stone unturned in pursuing all avenues in engaging relevant stakeholders to advocate for the provision of essential resources that will enable us effectively execute our functions. Distinguished invited guests, Ladies and gentlemen, illicit drug trafficking and abuse continue to wreak havoc on individuals, families, societies, and nations across the globe. Millions of people across the globe, particularly the youth, have become addicted to drugs. It should be, therefore, our collective responsibility to ensure that we create safe, secure, and drug-free environments for children and youth to grow and realize their potentials. The late Secretary General of the UN of Blessed Memory, Kofi Annan, once clearly articulated the multiplying effects of drugs, and I quote, "Drugs are tearing apart our societies, spawning crime, spreading diseases such as AIDS, and killing our youth and our future. And if you think that you and your family are immune, think again. Drugs are not a problem solely for the poor, the rich minorities, or the innocent, the restless. The drug problem affects everyone." End of quote. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is therefore very clear that no one is immune or safe from the dangers of drugs. Therefore, Gambian society cannot afford to be complacent. All of us should be proactively involved in the crusade on drugs if we are to consolidate the gains in the fight on illicit drug trafficking and abuse. As families and communities, let us teach our children values and life skills that are far from drugs. We should love and support our children so that they can grow up to be healthy and responsible adults who would not report threats or liabilities to society because of their conducts and behaviors. To that, we also call on our teachers to continue building children's confidence and self-esteem by working with parents and members of the communities to help these children make safe and healthy choices about their lives. To our international and Indian development partners like the UNODC, UNDP, UNFPA, WHO, ECOWAS Commission, and African Union Commission, we continue to count on your support in this journey because abating drugs from our societies is strongly connected to the realization of the Sustainable Development Goals. On a final note, I would like to thank all our partners, local and international, for their continued support and collaboration. I assure you that as a board, we are willing and always committed to this partnership to improve the organizational excellence and operational efficiency of DILIC. To the management and esteemed staff of DILIC, I would like to thank you for a job well done and to implore on you to continue the great job you are doing. I would also encourage you to ever remain committed to the ideals of protecting our youth against the dangers of drugs. I thank you all for your kind attention.
Thank you very much with that wonderful and insightful statement from the director, the chairman, the League Board of Governors. And we are now moving to another important agenda, which is the testing and analysis of the drugs. As we say, this is a public drug destruction. We don't just bring the drugs and destroy them, but at the same time, we want to take a sample which the scientific unit will lead us through. And the members of the high table, because the sun is hot, if you feel comfortable, can come forward and then you see how the analysis takes place. If you have a question for clarification, you can seek clarification. At the same time, we make it open for anyone who can conduct an analysis and wants to verify whether actually the testing that we're doing is authentic. You are free to do so. And this is why we've publicized it on our respective pages, where our social media pages. Now we will call on the scientific unit to lead us through this. But notwithstanding, as I said earlier on, the chairman has strengthened the statement of the DG to express deep appreciation to our partners, the board members, and everyone who is present here. If your name has not been mentioned, know that your presence is highly welcome and is respected and is appreciated. Thank you very much. If the sound is not very well, if the high table wants, they can come forward. Or let's get this closer. Let's get this closer. Get it closer.
All gallant men and women. These are our
okay.
men and women.
Except for the camera, because it will be publicized. Okay.
And arresting the 2 tons of drugs. Okay. That is cannabis that is going to be born.
No.
What are varieties of drugs? Yes.
The camera, can you guide us? No, it's slant. It's about slant line.
Good morning. This is the scientific department team. We are here to conduct preliminary tests on these substances to indicate their presence by the reaction of the chemical ingredients. We are using VNODC methodology. The method we are going to use is VNODC. Analysis have so many parameters we use, but here we are using VNODC system, as we call it blue box preliminary test. We first start with cocaine. This is a block of 6 products. We're going to extract from it, and chemical application will be done, and the reaction, if it is cocaine, it will indicate blue. I'll allow my staff, the officers, to conduct the procedure. Proceed with your name.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. I'm going to start.
Did you pick that at random?
Selection. So we're going to start the analysis. This is the block of cocaine.
So this is a product that is among those products which are already been. It's among the products. That's why it has this indicator. Yeah, 1 to 65 or 4. That means it belongs 16 on the 4th box where we took this block from randomly without any control here. Yeah. We take now we just pick this block randomly. Yeah.
Okay, now you put a sample and apply it on the plate.
Mine.
So you take some sample and place it on the plate. That's the sample here.
The program is still ongoing, please.
So that's the sample here.
In the
And
mic.
after you apply the reagent.
The reagent, there is a procedure. He's applied E1.
E1 is the first one. Then after E1, you will apply the E2.
Blue.
So if the color changes to blue, that means it indicates the presence of cocaine.
So now they will take it around for members of the high table to see that it has actually changed to blue.
You can see this is cocaine. That's cocaine. The reaction has shown blue.
Yes, sir.
That's cocaine. Now we are going to run another test, that is cannabis products. All these products are cannabis. Strong, cool, acids, cannabis, and all these are cannabis products. That we have the same means of analysis, the same way we analyze. Yeah, you have to
When I test it.
yeah, for cannabis, saliva.
And the reaction?
This is cannabis sativa. It is because, as we know, we have 3 varieties of cannabis in the world. Within our region, we have cannabis sativa. We have cannabis indica, that is where we call this push. That's the brand name push. It's just a brand name, but that the original is cannabis indica. You have the Rudolph, yes, which is strong here. But in general terminology, they are all cannabis products. Now he's going to use cannabis sativa for first analysis.
Please, can we maintain decorum as the proceedings continue, please?
Commissioner, what is the expected result for this?
Exactly. So you announced earlier what was following.
It's either the red or dark.
Dark red.
Dark red.
Reddish brown.
Yeah.
Red or dark red? Yeah, reddish brown.
Dark red or reddish brown.
That's a
Red.
positive for cannabis.
For cannabis. Red.
Or reddish brown shows its presence of cannabis.
And it's a solid product, you have to at least extract it. There's extraction process going on first. You first apply nothing to extract the active ingredients to respond to the chemical. Yes, you are repeating it because there is a
Spillage.
Too much of the substance and the chemical was put on it, so they had to dispose that and then start the process all over again.
Standing over time.
because this one is filtration, it will take time. It's how to extract the active ingredients, the rest go to yeah. The different from this. They are all connected. Yeah, because they are all cannabis. All these are cannabis. Because see, moving to that product, to wash that product, it may take time. And the sun is too hot. No, it's at least 15 minutes. It will take 15 to 20 minutes. That's why it is moving to that product. Because it starts with but the practice is starting to see. This will take time because at least you have to allow it.
If it takes any of this color, it changes slower than before.
Yeah, so this one is extraction, and then after this one to AI, that's active ingredient.
scientific officers analyzing the drugs that are going to be destroyed. So the public know that the drugs that are going to be destroyed is cannabis, cocaine, hashish, push, and other types of drugs. So the advisor for the director now.
Many products here are all cannabis products.
Okay, we are done with the stage of the analysis. As we said, the scientific unit have taken you through that. Thank you very much, Commissioner. Thank you very much, little time. We are now going to the final stage, which is the destruction, and I'll have the honor to call the Speaker of the National Assembly, Chairman the League Board of Governors, the DG, National Security Advisor, DS Interior, representative from the Turkish Embassy, and as well as the Visa Embassy. Thank you. We need 7. We need 7. Okay, the Chinese Embassy and the Bissau Embassy. Thank you very much. Can we have them so that we move to the final stage?
Okay, we're now going to...
Yeah, everyone can vote but the fire.
So the trucks
you can follow the proceedings, follow the high table.
The dignitaries are going to light fire to the drugs. We got over there 2 tons of cannabis sativa, 104 blocks of cocaine, and other varieties of drugs are going to be destroyed today. So these are the drugs for evidence purpose. The drugs that are arrested by the Drug Law Enforcement Agency are born at the end of the cases. So we've seen cannabis sativa. These are the drugs that are going to be light up and burned to ashes. Yes. So these are the dignitaries that are going to light. The line is drawn where it will be given a match and then light it.
Okay, that there will be an announcement. 1, 2, 3, and then
after the count of 3, they will spark and light. The fire will run towards it, and then it is going to be.
As a precaution, they're saying that don't burn while you light it. Can you take us through this? Okay. As a precaution, you should not burn while you light it. Senegalese. Yes, sir. We now have our immigration here. Yes, as a representative of the board, is still fine. Please, can we have exhibit to guide us through? Brown? Yes. Please move away. Hello, can I have your attention, please? Those with matches. On my counting, 3, we just cross the match and throw it. Do not bend.
Yes.
No. Okay. Wait.
On my count, please.
Those with matches.
Those with matches, please, pay attention. Light the match, throw it, do not bend on it, please. On my count, 1, 2, 3, let's go.
You see, this is the 2 pounds of cannabis attack that is being borne out by the drug law enforcement agency in Gambia. Yes.
That takes us officially to the end of the program. We want to take this opportunity to thank everyone, and also it has been brought to my attention that the Ombudsman was also hit very hardly, so we want to thank him as well, and thank everyone who witnessed this occasion. This is what happens to the drug. The fire service will be here and they will supervise it till the end of the process. On behalf of the management and staff of the agency, we thank you for your time and we thank you for your attendance. DJ, we are now with you.